Imagine this. You are sitting in a small room. A person is looking at you. They ask you one question. Why do you want to go to this country? And suddenly, your mind is empty. You know the answer. But the words, they don't come out.
You practiced at home. You said everything perfectly in your room. But now, in that moment, your heart is beating fast. Your hands are a little cold. And you say, I want to.
Yes, that feeling. We know it. And today, we are going to fix it.
Hello and welcome to Speak Unstoppable, the English learning podcast for people who want to speak with confidence, not just study grammar.
I'm John.
And I'm Maria. This episode is for B1 to B2 learners. That means intermediate level. If you understand most of what we say, but sometimes feel stuck when speaking, this podcast is made for you.
Today we are talking about something very specific and very useful. English phrases for your visa interview. Whether it's a student visa, a work visa, or a tourist visa, these phrases will help you.
And honestly, I'm a little excited about this topic today. Because I remember the first time I had to speak in a formal situation in English, it was not easy. And I wish someone had taught me these phrases.
Same. Okay, let's go. And hey, thank you for choosing to learn English with us today. We really mean that. So let me ask you something. You are preparing for your visa interview. You study the documents. You prepare your answers. You feel ready.
But then the interview officer asks you something you didn't expect. Or maybe they ask a simple question, but they ask it in a formal way. And you freeze.
You freeze? This means your body stops and your brain stops working for a moment, like a phone that suddenly doesn't move. That's freezing.
And the problem is not that you don't know English. The problem is that you don't know the right phrases for this specific situation. A visa interview is formal. It's different from everyday conversation.
Think of it like this. A visa interview is like wearing formal clothes. You know how to wear clothes every day. But for a special occasion, you need to know the right style. The right phrases are like the right clothes for this interview.
Exactly. And once you know these phrases, once you practice them, that frozen feeling starts to go away.
Maybe this happens to you, too.
Okay, let's start from the very beginning. The interview officer sits down. They look at you. And the first thing they usually say is, "Please tell me about yourself." Or can you state your name and purpose of visit?
Oh, this one. Simple question. But so many people get nervous here because they don't know. How much do I say? What do I include?
Exactly. So let's learn a simple formula. Repeat after me in your head name. Country. Purpose. Simple sentence.
So, for example, my name is Ahmed. I am from Pakistan. I am applying for a student visa to study computer science at a university in the UK.
Perfect. Short. Clear. Confident. Now let's look at a key phrase here. I am applying for. This means I am making a request for something official. Apply means to formally ask for something.
So you don't say, I want visa. You say, I am applying for a student visa. That one change makes you sound so much more confident and professional.
Another useful phrase, the purpose of my visit is, the word purpose, this means reason. Why are you going? That's your purpose.
So you can say, the purpose of my visit is to attend a one-year master's program. Or, the purpose of my visit is to attend a business conference.
Try to use this phrase. It immediately sounds formal and prepared.
I remember when my friend, he went for a visa interview. The officer asked, "Why are you visiting?" And my friend said, "Because I want to go." Just that. The officer looked at him like, "Really?"
Softly. Yes, that's the difference. Same meaning, but one answer sounds prepared, and one sounds like you just decided 5 minutes ago.
So remember, I am applying for, and the purpose of my visit is, write these down.
Now, let's talk about the most common questions in a visa interview. And, more importantly, how to answer them with confidence, even if you feel nervous.
The officer might ask, "How long do you plan to stay?" Or, "Where will you be staying?" Or, "Do you have family there?"
These are not difficult questions. But in the moment, if you don't have the right phrase ready, you pause too long. And that pause can make you look unsure.
So here's a very useful phrase, I plan to. This means, this is my intention. This is what I intend to do.
For example, I plan to stay for 3 months. Or, I plan to return before my visa expires. Expire here means the date when the visa ends, when it is no longer valid.
Another great phrase, I intend to. Intend means the same as plan, but it sounds a little more formal, a little more serious.
So you can say, I intend to complete my studies and return to my home country. Beautiful sentence. It answers the question and also shows the officer that you are not planning to stay illegally.
Now here's something important. Sometimes in a visa interview, you don't understand the question. Maybe the officer speaks fast. Maybe they use a word you don't know.
This is completely normal. And there is a perfect phrase for this moment. Could you please repeat that? Or I'm sorry, could you clarify what you mean?
Clarify. This means to explain something more clearly. So you're saying, please explain that again in a simpler way.
Using these phrases is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of good communication. You are being honest. You are asking for help politely. That is professional.
Exactly. The worst thing you can do is answer a question you didn't understand. And then, your answer makes no sense. The officer gets confused. You get more nervous.
So say it confidently. I'm sorry, could you please repeat that? Practice that sentence right now. Say it in your head.
Now, one more phrase for this section. Sometimes the officer asks a question and your answer is a little long. You want to organize your answer. Use this phrase, first, and also, and finally.
So, for example, I plan to visit for tourism. First, I want to see the historical places. I also want to meet some colleagues. And finally, I plan to attend a short photography course.
Organized. Clear. The officer can follow you easily. This makes a very good impression. Impression. This means the feeling or image you give to another person. Okay, now one of the most common and most stressful parts of a visa interview. Money. Finances. The officer wants to know, can you support yourself? Do you have enough money for your trip?
And this is where many people get uncomfortable. Because talking about money feels personal. But in a visa interview, it's completely normal and expected.
So here is a key phrase. I have sufficient funds to cover my expenses. Let's break this down. Sufficient means enough. Funds means money. Expenses means the things you need to pay for. Food, hotel, travel.
So you're saying, I have enough money to pay for everything I need during my visit. Simple meaning, but said in a very professional way.
You can also say, I have provided my bank statements as proof of funds. Bank statement is a document from your bank that shows your money. Proof means evidence, something that shows it is true.
Another useful phrase, my trip is sponsored by. Sponsored means someone else is paying for your trip. So if your company is paying, you say, my trip is sponsored by my employer. If your family is helping, you say, my trip is partially sponsored by my family.
Employer? This means your boss, your company, the place where you work.
Now, let's also talk about documents. The officer might say, can you show me your return ticket? Or do you have proof of accommodation?
Accommodation means the place where you will sleep. Hotel, friend's house, rented apartment.
So be ready to say, yes, I have my hotel booking confirmation here. Or, I will be staying with a relative. Here is their address and contact information.
The phrase here is very simple, but very powerful in an interview. It shows you are prepared. You have the document. You are not searching nervously.
I once heard a story about someone who had all their documents, but they were in a plastic bag, all mixed together. The officer asked for the return ticket, and the person spent 3 minutes looking through papers.
Oh no!
Yes, so organize your documents before the interview. And practice saying, here is my thank you name. So simple. So important.
Okay, we're almost at the end of the interview now. The officer says, do you have any questions for me? Or is there anything else you would like to add?
This moment. Many people just say, no, I'm fine, and stand up quickly. But this is actually a great opportunity.
You can say, thank you for your time. I hope I have answered your questions clearly. This phrase shows respect. It shows confidence. It leaves a good final impression.
Final impression. This is the last feeling you give someone. The last image. It matters a lot.
You can also add, I am looking forward to the opportunity to visit. Looking forward to, this means you are excited and waiting for something positive.
And if the officer gives you good news, they say your application looks good, you can say, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Appreciate means you are grateful, you value what they said.
One thing I want to say, in a visa interview, it's okay to be a little nervous. The officer knows. They interview hundreds of people. What they are looking for is, are you honest? Are you clear? Are you prepared?
So you don't need to sound like a native English speaker. You need to sound like a prepared, honest person. And these phrases help you do exactly that.
Can I share something personal for a moment?
Of course.
When I first had to speak English in a formal situation, not an interview, but a formal meeting, I memorized everything. Practiced for days. And when the moment came, I forgot almost everything I prepared.
What did you do?
I took a breath, and I said the one sentence I remembered clearly. I want to be transparent with you. Transparent means honest and open. That one phrase, it changed the energy. The other person relaxed. I relaxed.
That's such an important story. Because we think we need to be perfect. But actually, what people respond to is honesty and clarity.
Yes, In a visa interview, they are not testing your English level. They are checking if your answers are honest and clear. So, speak slowly. Use simple phrases. And if you make a small grammar mistake, it's okay. Keep going.
The one sentence I want you to remember from today: your confidence doesn't come from perfect English. It comes from being prepared. Okay, let's slow down now. Word tour time. We go through the key phrases from today, slowly and clearly.
Ready? Let's go.
Number 1, I am applying for. This means I am officially requesting something. Example 1, I am applying for a tourist visa. Example 2, I am applying for a 6-month work permit. John, use it personally.
Okay, when I was 22, I was applying for my first visa. I was so nervous I checked my documents 5 times. Number 2, the purpose of my visit is. This means the reason I am going. Example 1, the purpose of my visit is to attend a medical conference. Example 2, the purpose of my visit is to spend time with my family. Maria?
When I traveled abroad the first time, I had to explain, the purpose of my visit is to complete a short language course. Simple sentence, but it felt so professional. Number 3, I plan to / I intend to. This means this is what I am going to do. Example 1, I plan to return within 3 weeks. Example 2, I intend to stay for the duration of my course only.
I always say, I intend to finish my coffee before it gets cold. I rarely succeed. Number 4, could you please repeat that? / could you clarify? This means, please say that again, or explain more clearly. Example 1, I'm sorry, could you please repeat that question? Example 2, could you clarify what documents you need?
I used this phrase in a job interview once. The interviewer was actually impressed. It showed I was listening carefully. Number 5, I have sufficient funds. This means I have enough money. Example 1, I have sufficient funds to cover my hotel and travel expenses. Example 2, my bank statements show I have sufficient funds for this trip.
Number 6, here is my. This means, I am giving you this document now. Example 1, here is my return ticket. Example 2, here is my hotel booking confirmation.
And number 7, I am looking forward to. This means I am excited and waiting for something good. Example 1, I am looking forward to visiting your beautiful country. Example 2, I am looking forward to starting my studies.
Such a warm phrase. It ends the interview on a positive note.
Okay, one simple thing you can practice today. Right now. Today.
Take out a piece of paper. Or open your phone notes.
Write this sentence and complete it. My name is. I am from. I am applying for a visa. The purpose of my visit is to. I plan to stay for, and I intend to return on.
Fill in your real information. Then say it out loud. 3 times. In front of a mirror, if you can.
This is your intro sentence for any visa interview. Once you have this memorized and comfortable, you will walk in feeling 10 times more confident.
Try saying this today. The purpose of my visit is to. Just that one phrase. Use it somewhere today. Send it in our comments. Say it to yourself.
Small practice every day. That is how real confidence is built.
All right, comment challenge time. This one is easy and fun.
In the comments below, write your intro sentence. Use the formula we gave you. It can be real or imaginary.
For example, my name is John. I'm applying for a tourist visa. The purpose of my visit is to eat every type of pizza in Italy.
Perfect example. We will read your comments. We really do read them.
And if this episode helped you, please like this video. It helps more people find Speak Unstoppable.
Subscribe if you haven't already. We post new episodes every day, all made for B1 to B2 learners like you.
You are not just learning English. You are becoming someone who can speak anywhere to anyone with confidence.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care of yourself.
Bye for now.
Bye!